to this happy place, welcome.
Hey guys, it's Tim. And I'm with my beautiful wife, Adrienne.
I'm not making a beautiful face right now.
More on that in a little bit. But you're listening to the...
My face.
She has a beautiful face. You're listening to the Dreaming of Disney podcast. And we're
Welcome.
back.
We're back.
We're back after a week off. We were out of town. Not Disney related. And we're back with sick kids and all. They're just hitting one by one. 2 of 4.
2 of 4 are out. And
today.
it's like at that point, you're just like, just get it. Can everyone just get it now?
Yeah.
There
For
was
the
like
past
a 4.
5 days, we've been...
No, it was Wednesday.
Wednesday? Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Sunday. Okay, yeah.
We're
But it wasn't
recording on
until like Wednesday afternoon that I was like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, he's sick. But it's like, so yeah, like 4.5-ish days go by till one gets it. The next one gets it. And I told you, I'm like, man, the first day that the first one had a fever, I should have been like, all right, everyone drink from the same cup. Let's just get it over with. It's like, because it always starts with like trying to separate them.
Yeah, we sequestered him to his room.
And then why? They all share a room. Well, not all. 3 of the 4 share a room. And yeah. And then there's always that kind of like relief when everyone finally has it, because then you don't have to try to keep like the baby away from them, because she's sick too. She's not yet, but I'm sure she will be.
So once the second one hit, we're like, oh, why are we even? The only reason we sent him to his room is just because he didn't feel good and we just wanted to go lay down.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's.
Anyways.
But we're here. We're going to talk about Disney. And no real agenda today.
The last time we did this, it was winter, because we did like a fireside chat. We had the fire going.
Yeah.
It is summer.
It is summer.
Hot.
It
So
is
this
very
is not a fireside chat. It's just a chat.
It's just a chat. It's a drink in hand, relaxing after all the sick kids went to bed. Chat.
Only 2 of the 4 are sick.
Oh, there's more coming. Don't you worry about that.
Oh.
There's more to come. But anyways, so there's a new social media app.
Ugh.
I'm sure you've all heard about this.
I don't get it. I get it, but I don't.
Like, we need more social media apps in our life.
But also just when I'm on it. Okay, so first of all, I was not going to do it.
I know.
Like because you are taking a break from Instagram and Facebook.
Still am.
So I was telling you, I asked you, I was like, what is this new like Threads? Because seriously, almost every, if not every Disney account that we know personally anyway.
Yeah.
Like there's some that we follow a lot that we follow that I don't know. I know a very few, but like they all got it. Like, and then it was in their stories, and I was like, what is going on? So I asked you about it, and I had no intention of doing it. I knew you probably would, but seeing as how you're taking a break, I thought maybe you wouldn't. And then you're like, well, I signed us up for Threads. I'm like, I was not going to give in.
I know. Well, you don't have to, because...
No, I don't. But then I was like, well, because it's the Disney, it's not like you did it for your personal, you did it for our Disney account. And so I got it just because I'm like, well, if I see, I don't know if it's connected or whatever to Instagram. So when I look at it, I just don't. And you told me like they'll show you things in your feed that aren't who you follow. And I don't like that, because I'm like, what? I haven't seen, I'm scrolling through there and none of it is someone I follow. Like, or none of them, I should say, are people I follow. So I'm just like, nah, block it. Because I'm like, I already, like, you're taking a break. I'm on the verge of taking a break. I just want to minimize. Like, I like the Disney stuff and it's fun. And we've, as we've talked about in the last several episodes and shared on Instagram, like we've met personally now, several of these creators when we did Splash Mountains last day. So it's like, I like seeing what they're doing and seeing what they're creating in their shops or their podcasts or whatever. But other than that, I'm kind of like, I haven't been on as much and checking my like personal Instagram. So I'm like, okay, I don't need something else that I'm like drawn to checking for no reason whatsoever. But especially when it's like, these aren't even Disney things. Like, what is this? Like,
yeah, I know. It's like, it's brand new. They don't have like Twitter has different feeds. You have your main feed, which shows you the people that you follow, plus what suggested posts and people you can follow. And then it has your followers feed, which is only the people that you follow.
Oh, okay.
So Twitter has that. This is brand new, and so they only have one feed. So it shows you people that you follow, and then people that you don't follow, people that they assume that you will like. So there's more that I've been looking at it. What I've been noticing is when you first check it, it shows you all the people that you follow.
I didn't see anyone that I followed.
Probably because I looked at it before you looked
did. At it. Okay.
And so it shows you all their recent posts. And then you go through that, and then it starts showing you the next time you visit, it shows you who suggested followers. And some of those suggested followers are your followers that have commented on those posts.
I saw that.
And from what I've read about is that the Threads, the makers of it, the developers, they just wanted to get this out so it doesn't have a lot of features. So there's no like searching by category. There's no multiple feeds. It's just one feed. There's no direct messaging. It's just kind of out there. So, but anyways, I've been playing around with it. It's the only social media app I have on my phone. I deleted Instagram. I deleted Facebook. I deleted Twitter. I don't like Twitter. Twitter is full of hatred. It's just not good.
I should delete. I just realized when I said that, I'm like, oh, I should delete.
Well, I mean, if you're not posting on it, it's not like it's going to do anything.
But it's out there.
Yeah.
I seriously, it's been
years. Long time.
It's probably been
since Noah was a toddler.
Yeah, before we moved to where we currently are.
Yeah.
That's the last time I remember, and we've been here 6 years.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it has been years. So, I don't know. Just delete it for It's out there. It's out there.
So, I mean, it's been neat because, on Instagram, people post pictures of like, oh, we're in the parks today, on their stories or cool, videos or pictures and stuff. So this one's obviously is conversation based. So people are having conversations, kind of like, I can't even think of an example. Here are my top 5 favorite rides. What are your favorite rides? And it's the kind of stuff like that,
Okay. See, I'm not seeing any of it. I've only looked on it like twice, but
I
saw like workout things and like,
so
like,
it's learning
some Jesus things. And I'm like, what does this have to do with Disney? This is
because it's learning what we're into. And so the more that you mute and block people, it's going to learn, okay, you don't like that.
Okay. What's better, muting or blocking? Like if I'm like, okay, I don't like,
blocking stops them from interacting with you. Like completely muting is like, even if you don't follow them, then their stuff's not going to come up on your feed. But
I guess I'll block if it's something bad.
One of the posts someone posted about Disney World was what's one of the worst rides at Disney World. And they said, I'll start. They said Figment, which we didn't go on Figment when we go on Disney World.
We never will.
And so, some people are saying Aladdin's carpet ride, Magic Carpet Ride. Others say Navi River Journey.
Oh my!
Which is
yes,
another one. I
have to say.
I had a
real
hot
quick,
take. I had a hot take.
Real quick.
Go ahead.
I want to guess what you said, but real quick. The only reason I say Navi River Journey is because of the wait time.
A lot of people said that it's not worth it.
I know I've said this before on the podcast, but leading up to our trip last year and a half ago, we were looking at the map a lot, looking at wait times a lot, trying to familiarize ourselves and kind of, figure things out. Wait was always super long. So we were expecting this amazing ride. We get a Genie Plus for it. So we didn't have to wait.
Yeah.
But we saw that the wait was always very long. And we kept waiting for something to happen. And then it doesn't. And then you come around a corner and you're getting off the boat. And you're like, what? Nothing happened. It's beautiful.
Oh, yeah. It's awesome.
And I've only seen Avatar, I think, once in the theater, like the original Avatar once. I saw bits and pieces. I saw bits and pieces when you watched it like at home. But I don't think I've ever watched it all the way through again. So it's not like I know anything really about it. But I mean, it's visually beautiful. It's like all the lights and everything. But then you just get off.
Yeah.
And I'm like, people wait an hour for that? And it wasn't even like it.
I haven't done this in a while.
Yep. I don't remember how long it was. It didn't feel that long.
It was short.
But then is it? Because we kept waiting for something to happen, so it didn't feel long. That doesn't make sense.
Multiple people said that it's short.
Oh, okay. Because I'm like, because I know people have said, oh, it's always nice because it's cool when it's hot out.
Yeah.
It's, like what we say about Small World. It's always nice. Okay. All right. Ariel, Small World, those are nice rides to go on when it's hot because it's like AC and you just like sit for a while. Pirates. But in my mind, it wasn't very long to wait for an hour to get like a 5-minute break from the AC with the AC. But maybe it was longer, because again, I've only been once and it was a while ago. I don't want Disney World people getting mad at me.
Yeah. So what do you think?
What did you say? Okay, thinking back to what we rode.
A hint is a hot take, so it's something that people really like that we didn't enjoy.
Oh, you said Space Mountain, didn't you?
I did not.
Okay.
Wasn't Space Mountain, but that is a good one though.
It's not. That's not the worst, right? It's
not
just
the
better
worst.
in Disneyland.
Yeah.
I wasn't crazy about Living with the Land, but you kind of liked it.
I thought it was interesting. The science part of it.
Okay, I'm assuming you picked a ride that's also here.
No, I didn't.
Oh, you didn't? Okay, so what's there?
It's one that's only. I'll narrow it down to a park. Epcot.
You said Mission Space.
Nope. We didn't go on Mission Space.
Oh, Spaceship Earth.
Nope.
You said Test Track.
I said Test Track.
Oh, you said Test
I said
Track.
Hot Take, Test Track. And
babe, no one's going to listen to our podcast. You're not on Threads under your name. You're under our podcast.
I know, but it's a hot take. So it's, people react to that.
Oh,
I had people agree with me.
No way.
People agree with me. And I got in a little back and forth with Johnny.
Oh,
with Johnny J,
Johnny.
with the DMSW
Johnny.
podcast. And I said, hot take,
Are we still friends, Johnny?
and I said Radiator Springs Racers at Disney's California Adventure is 1 million times better.
Yes, but, and I say this as the one who was pretty upset with Test Track.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Racers is better. But at the same time, can you compare? Like, that's what we compared to because that's like the racing ride.
Yeah.
But I feel like I want to go on Test Track again, knowing what to expect more. We heard so much about, test track. It's the best. So we were expecting at the part where you go fast, we were expecting like maybe some hilly part and it to last longer than what felt like a few seconds. And then I was expecting something after, and it was just like, that was it. Now, when I think back of what the ride is, like test track, I'm like, oh, it's like testing the car.
Yeah. The car that you build, and you go through these different scenarios, and the last one being the speed.
But it's like with racers, you get this because you're actually not racing. You're racing. I feel like you're racing longer, but you don't go as fast on racers. But you have the hills. You're racing longer. You have the story of cars. Overall, it's just a better ride.
Yeah. So Johnny replied with this GIF. Just says, whoa. And
I've only been once,
but Radiator Springs Racer is, I actually put a billion times better. He says, if you were talking strictly theming only, sure. But 40 miles per hour versus 65 miles per hour is hard to ignore. I said 65 miles per hour in a straight line equals boring. 40 miles per hour with twists, turns, and drops, way more exciting. He didn't respond to me probably because I made him mad. But
sorry, Johnny. Can't control what he says.
So, but that was my little interaction on Threads today.
Well, I tagged him in something and he reshared it. So I hope he's not too mad at us.
So that was that. And then I also posted today.
You just can't do it. You can't take a break.
No. Well, this is the only thing, and I don't do it very often. People need to know, ride or skip. And I posted a picture of Small World.
I can't really see that.
It's the outside of Small World.
Okay.
And surprisingly, I was expecting kind of like a 50-50. Like people were like, no, I was like, I hate that ride. I can't.
Because there are people that hate it.
Most people said that they ride.
Nice.
So one person said ride and smile. One person said in the winter, skip. Any other time of the year, ride for AC.
It is awful.
Another person
good.
said ride, give me the AC. Ride until you can't get the song out of your head for days. Ride multiple times.
I ride it multiple times.
That's what I said. So this is my wife and daughter's answer. Skip, hard skip. And I said, that's not for everybody. This person I thought had a very good answer. Disneyland, ride. Disney World, skip.
Yes. And Disneyland Paris, skip.
Yeah, it was very short. It was even shorter there.
Yeah.
And I said, this is the correct answer.
Yeah. It's just,
ride
so classic and
which was
ride and nap.
Which was mine because I always
you fall asleep during. Yeah, I know the people that hate it. You know, Disney World is awesome. They're always ragging on it. It's just so classic Disney to me.
Yeah.
And especially in Disneyland with the outside facade and the clock, it's just like,
well, it's one of the iconic facades.
Yeah. It's just beautiful. It's just, and yeah. Anyway, and we all know my feelings. I love it. It's my favorite ride.
So
Tide with Splash Mountain.
So if you're on Threads, if you're giving Threads a try, follow us. We're there.
Yeah.
As well as Instagram.
Well, apparently we're there. And sometimes Tim says things.
So if you're wondering who you're talking to on Threads, it's me.
It's most likely him. Maybe I'll get the hang of it. Maybe I'll just stick with Instagram and homeschooling my children. And not taking time to figure out this new Threads because I don't have time to figure this out.
So another thing that happened, I will get to our sad news in a little bit. But
if we say it on the podcast, apparently it's
it makes it
confirmed.
official. I don't
know.
We'll
Maybe
see.
not. I don't know.
We may go back on it. We'll see. But Rogers the Musical opened last Friday. And we are so excited that we may be booking a trip.
Most likely.
Well, after our sad news.
After our sad news.
You'll understand why.
We are most likely, I want to say we are definitely
booking
go.
a trip just for, and also
and
for
because
different
also
food things. And
we realized that we have never seen Wondrous Journeys fireworks.
that's true. Yeah.
And it is leaving for a time. Is supposedly, from what I hear, will be back in January 2024, but is leaving for all the holiday shows. And we've never seen it.
We've never seen it.
We talked about it a little while back. I think. Yeah, when our show, we just talked about like the shows not to miss. We haven't watched that. We've been so much this year.
Yeah, we've been a lot this year that we haven't.
My heart hurts.
We haven't had a chance to, because we were doing other things. Yeah.
Well, and a couple of the times we were there, they only had a light show, and so we kind of skipped it. Not kind of, we did.
Yeah, well, because they don't do. I think it's what, Sundays and Mondays they only do the lights, and so
when we were there in February, we were there for like 4 days, and
no, during
days.
the week they don't do the fireworks. It was on the weekends on the off peak periods.
But when we were there with our big group, it was off peak.
Yeah,
and
we're there during the week.
And then obviously Splash Mountain, we rode Splash during fireworks, amazing, wouldn't trade it, blah blah blah. When we went with our kids before that, it was just the light show, I think.
Yeah. But now they're doing it every day during the summer.
Right. So it's crazy. It's crazy busy. But we just want to see the fireworks. I want to watch the parade because Georgia's never seen the parade. And I feel like she'd really get a kick out of it. She loves the videos. She always wants to watch the videos on our phone of the parade. Rogers, the musical, and some food.
Mm-hmm. So Rogers, it plays Tuesday through Saturdays. It's closed on Sundays and Mondays. And so that's usually when we book a trip. It's usually,
like Sunday to Tuesday.
Sunday
a lot
to
of times,
Tuesday. Yeah. We try not to go on the weekends just because it's crazy. But we're going to have to do it this time. So Rogers the Musical, it's based off of the fake musical within the show Hawkeye on Disney Plus. And so they thought it'd be great to take that fictional musical, turn it into a real musical, and it's now playing in California Adventure at the Hyperion Theater. Yeah. And it's only running through August 31st.
Yeah. I've seen really great things about it. I saw someone today, I can't remember who, but they said it was great, and they aren't even a Marvel fan. So I think they said they hadn't even seen the movies. They weren't like a fan, but they thought the musical was great.
Oh, that's cool.
Cause I'm like, our kids haven't really seen that many.
Yeah. But they got a kick out of the Tales of the Lion King, which is kind of similar.
Well, but they're super into Lion King.
But they're Lion King, or
have been in the past.
But yeah, it's like,
I think they'll get a kick out.
The people have said like the caliber of the show is like Broadway caliber performances, acting, music.
Nice.
So
yeah, no, I'm really excited.
Yeah. So there's 3 different ways you can watch. There's 4 shows during the day, and you can either wait in a typical standby line to get in. You can do a virtual queue, which was Disney recommends, and then you have premium pay for seating. It's $29 per person. It sells out. A lot of people are rope dropping to get the premium seating.
Oh, really? I saw Darling Dreamco.
Mm-hmm.
She was there with her family, and I feel like she said that they almost did, but they didn't. And they were right behind. They did the standby, and this was a couple days ago. They were right behind the premium seating.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I feel like that's what she said. I could be wrong. She could have said something else. It was just in a story, and I saw it real quick.
Well, it makes sense.
But I feel like that's what she said, that they were like right behind.
The standby, I mean, it's like you could either get really good seats or you could get really bad seats.
Right.
This one, you guarantee your seats. You also get a Rogers popcorn bucket with popcorn and I think a soda.
Which, if it was just me and you, and we were like the biggest Marvel fans and really wanted to see it, maybe.
Yeah.
With all the kids, absolutely not.
No.
Now, the virtual queue, you just get in first.
Yeah, so it opens up at 10:30, and the 10:30 virtual queue.
No. I mean, like when it's time for the show, and you've gotten a virtual queue, that means you just get to go.
You go through the lightning lane.
And so the seats are just first come, first serve. But if you get a virtual queue, it's like a lightning lane. So you're getting in before all the standby people.
Yes.
Okay.
So there's one at 10:30. The 10:30 one is for the first two showings. And then I don't know what the later virtual queue time is. And that's for the second two in the afternoon. But anyways, I hear really good things about it.
Yeah.
We're doing a trip specifically just for this.
Well,
Not specific. We were actually thinking of doing, I'm glad we were originally going to do Disneyland
today.
We would have been there today. So good
Today
thing we
and
didn't.
tomorrow.
Yeah.
Good thing we didn't because the kids ended up being sick.
Yeah. And so that's a good thing. Also, we decided let's move it because it's closed on Sundays and Mondays.
Yeah, but we couldn't go like before this or in the next couple of days. We couldn't go. Like these were like the 2 days we had this week to go.
Yeah. So hopefully that gives time for the sickness to run through the family.
Yes.
And we'll be good. And when we get around people at Disneyland, we'll have
Some
antibodies and immunity built up because we were just sick. So hopefully that will help.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah. One last thing that I saw on Threads, and then we can get into our sad news.
Threads.
And I saw this back when they announced it, but I saw that somebody is actually on this trip. So Disney has this crazy trip that they're offering. It's by Adventures by Disney. It's their travel agency. It's where you can travel to like Egypt or India through Disney. But they offer this service. It's called, let me pull it up. Disney Parks Around the World, a Private Jet Adventure. So it's you with a handful of other people on a private jet going to every single Disney park all over the world over 24 days.
Oh, you got to take like a month off. Like, okay.
Yeah.
I'm wondering when you told me earlier, like how many days in each park. Like it's probably going to be different for Disneyland than Disney World.
But here's the thing. You get all of this for a
small price.
Just chump change. $115,000.
You said 109 earlier.
This is for
115. Sorry, I can't do that. 109. Okay.
This is for the 2024 dates because the 2023 dates is happening right now.
Oh, okay. So of course, inflation. I needed to go up.
So $115,000 per person.
Like, okay.
So there's 24 days, 31 different sites that you visit.
Wow.
69 meals included. So you're not only visiting Disney parks.
Right, because there's not that many.
You are going to you visit 12 uniquely, this is from their website, 12 uniquely magical Disney theme parks, as well as 3 iconic landmarks, the Taj Mahal, the Pyramids of Giza, and the Eiffel Tower.
Oh.
Throughout the trip, you'll stay in world-class accommodations and travel in luxury aboard a VIP configured Boeing 757 operated by Iceland Air with long-range capabilities, blah, blah, direct flights, blah, 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 blah. You'll also enjoy personal access to experts and staff, provide fun and fact-filled stories, enabling you to immerse in every location you visit. So So some of the accommodations, Grand Californian, Summit. Oh my gosh. You stay at Skywalker Ranch.
Wow.
This is George Lucas'
Right.
personal ranch in the Bay Area, California. Tokyo Disneyland Hotel, Shanghai Disneyland Hotel, Hong Kong Disneyland Hotel, and Disney's Hotel New York, the Art of Marvel. I don't know where that's at. Disneyland Hotel Paris. So 9 locations: Anaheim, San Francisco, Tokyo, Shanghai, Hong Kong, Agra, Cairo, Paris, and Orlando. So
I wonder what are those other like Cairo and are those Disney related? Is there something there?
I don't think so. I think they're just
somewhere
it's
to go.
on the way.
It's just, okay.
Probably because the jet has to make stops.
Right. They have to fuel.
Refuel and all these things. And so while they're there, you get to do that stuff. So some of the trip highlights, you get a Lucasfilm campus tour, visit the legendary home to some of the most innovative storytelling, and snap a pic with the iconic Yoda fountain. Spoiler alert.
We've done that.
You can go to the Yoda fountain for free. You do not have to spend $115,000.
You can drive there. And
you can drive.
There's a Starbucks like right across from
When
it.
you go to San Francisco, look for the Golden Gate Bridge. It's real. It's nearby there, and you can go there for free.
Yep. Not inside,
You can't go inside.
but you can go to the Yoda statue.
Yes. Tokyo Disney Sea experience with Walt Disney Imagineering. That's cool. And Walt Disney Studios tour in Burbank. That's the main Disney headquarters there. But anyways, there was a couple people from a Disney news website who were on the jet. They're going and they're posting pictures and all that.
I mean, I almost went, but I was like, that's a long time to be away from my kids. So
yeah, it's a little tight
I just,
on the pocketbook, but so
that's insane. I mean, I'm sure it's amazing, but it's
I'm
just
sure
like,
it's-
who just is like, oh, sure. Yeah. Okay.
And I was, some of the pictures they're posting because today they were having a private dinner in Disneyland in the Opera House, which is the where Mr. Link the evening with Mr. Link or whatever that
Thing we've never done.
we never done the
Yep.
the Lincoln thing, so it's in there,
Okay.
and I want to say there was probably 30, 40 people. And a lot of them couples because they were all old. Not I want to say old, older.
Like,
And so
I don't even want to. I don't even want to think
dropping
about. I don't even want to think about what that money could do.
$200,000 just on one couple.
Just one couple, and
Times
there's
that
like
by
15 of them.
15?
I don't even want to think. I'm not going to.
That's millions.
I'm not going to think about what that money could do. Instead of just indulging these people.
Some people just have
I mean, and I
ridiculous amount of
love
money, don't know what to do with.
Disneyland. I love Disneyland. I would love to go to all of the Disneyland parks around the world. I would love to. Anyways.
So, segue into our sad news. So, as you know, we were planning a Walt Disney World, our Walt Disney World trip in August for our 15-year anniversary this year.
Which,
We are not canceling.
no, we're not canceling.
We are not canceling. We are postponing.
We are most likely
most likely.
postponing.
Yeah.
You know, it's just a lot to organize when you are leaving 4 kids,
Yeah.
and we have to think about timing and what is best for everybody.
Yeah.
And it just isn't totally feeling like right timing. It's the right timing for
Prices.
crowds.
Yeah. Crowds and prices.
Like one of the reasons, because our anniversary was actually in May, but we didn't want to go when it was super crowded. Also, just to give the littlest one a little more time to be gone for almost a week
Yeah.
from her. And August is like the lowest crowds for Disney World. But everything else, timing wise, like for school, we ended up changing schools because when we booked this and this week wasn't a conflict with school. We changed schools and now it kind of is, just not ideal.
Yeah.
And we are today 6 weeks away from when we would be leaving.
Yeah. We haven't booked airfare yet. So
that's what we are coming up on. And we're
Yeah.
just like, okay, wait, like, is this, it's feeling more stressful than we would like it to be. So the probability of us postponing is pretty good. I just can't say it for sure because it hurts.
I know. So that's
Because we've been planning this when we were there. When we went in February 2022.
22. Yeah.
First time ever with our kids. And we were like, hey, we hadn't even had our 14th anniversary. That was before our 14th.
Yeah.
But we were like, hey, for our 15th, like, could we come here? Like, that would be kind of fun.
Yeah.
What if we came back, just us? And that was during a trip that was very rocky. It was a very up and down. It was one of those trips where there were so many like, oh my gosh, this is the worst. And then afterwards, we're like, that was so great. But it was just very up and down.
Yeah.
Very up and down. But even then we were like, knowing that it was our first time. And so things were just bumpy, knowing that like, okay, this would be better a second time. Like, this is one of those places where I feel like your first trip is going to be rocky and the second time is just going to be better. And then, third, fourth, fifth, whatever. So anyways, we have been talking about it for a year and a half, planning for a year.
Yeah.
Really planning, obviously, for the last several months when we already have our reservations for the park days and for our hotels. We just didn't have air booked yet. So like it's been a long time.
Yeah.
Not super. I know people plan for years, but we've been talking about it since we were there a year and a half ago and planning for a year. And
so we're looking to postpone it to maybe February, maybe March.
No, I was looking at March. So I was looking at crowd calendars.
Crowd calendars.
And obviously they're estimating and they all say something a little different. But from what I'm seeing, March gets really busy because spring break. People have spring break in March. We typically have it in April here, but some have it in March a lot. And so from what I'm seeing, last week of January, first week of February
which is when we went 2022.
We went like second, third week of February.
Oh, okay.
Second week of February.
Yeah.
But the last week of January, first week of February looks like it would be like average to low, which stinks because like all of our trip is during where it's supposed to be like really low. So that stinks, but weather would probably be better. When we were there in February, we had one day of rain. And the temperatures were nice. Like it got chilly in the evening, but it was like in the 70s.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to be cold.
Yeah.
I bought a really pretty dress.
I know you did.
Because we were going to do like just a resort day and go out on the boardwalk and do stuff. And I bought like a very beachy, summery dress.
I know.
Now it might only be in the 70s. But I also hate humidity.
Yeah, it's going to be, I was looking at the weather in Orlando right now, and it's like low 90s, but it feels like 105.
Yeah. And
which sounds miserable.
I mean, and we live in an area where it's regularly 110 through the summer, but it's
not humid.
But it's not humid. It's dry. We get to 115, but it's just horrible. But it's
might
dry.
hit 114 next week.
That's right.
So,
but it's dry, and I don't like humidity, so I'm like, okay. And there's much more rain in August than there is in February on average, from what I'm looking at. I'm trying to make myself feel better here.
It's hurricane season.
I don't
August.
like winter. So we will be leaving a winter and going somewhere where it is nicer than where we are in the winter. Just trying to make myself feel better about it. I can still wear my pretty summery dress because we were in Florida and you can do whatever you want, right?
Yeah. I mean, I was genuinely concerned about the weather going in August, just because hurricanes and it's like when it rains here, it like drizzles. When it rains there, it's like full on
torrential
downpours where you can't do it. It's like you can't wearing a poncho is not going to help.
Right. We see videos and we're like, that's intense, which was the day that we experienced rain there. It was drizzling like on and off all day. But then there was a few times where it was just like this downpour only for like drops. 10 minutes and then it was gone. Yeah. And, very different from what we experience here on the West Coast, at least where we are.
But yeah, it's like not saying that if a hurricane comes, but what if like a big storm comes and our flight is canceled? What if our flight is canceled going there and we can't even go?
Yeah.
Or
but
you
could say that with anything. When we went to France, we did get stuck.
We did get stuck, but that was
on the way home when I really wanted to get home.
Yeah. A little bit different, but
yeah, that wasn't weather related, but yeah, it's like
it's disappointing.
It's disappointing.
It's probably the smartest move to make right now.
It would only be like a 5-month postponement.
Yeah.
So if you listen, thank you. People are shouting outside. They're upset too. Yes. Number 1, thank you. And number 2, if you are a Disney Worlder goer, and have been through different seasons, make me feel better about this.
Johnny J, we know you listen.
Not that I was like, I knew it was going to be hot and I was like, okay, it's going to be hot. I'm going to be sweaty. I don't like humidity. And we've already been in February and the weather was mild. It was fine. I don't remember being like really cold or really hot. It was just the rain that day. But, also, I'm bummed because Epcot, we didn't plan this, but I believe the Food and Wine Festival was going to be going on. When we were there in February, it was the art festival, which was cool.
Yeah.
I saw tons of things I wanted to look at more and get in trouble buying. But without the kids, one thing with Epcot was we were so looking forward to, just like eating and drinking. And I was like, oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
So that's a bit of a bummer. We have... we have 2 reservations we'll have to cancel. Food, dining reservations. Not that we can't make them in February. We can, but just all these things that we've been talking about for like a year. And I'm like, oh, now we have to.
So that's why this trip coming up to Disneyland in July is much more important than it was.
Because we were like, oh, maybe let's just see. We'll reserve it, but we can cancel it. And now I'm like, no, we need to go.
And we're adding a day.
We're adding
a day. So just 2 days. We're going to do 3 days. So it's...
I'm sad.
It's our therapy coping mechanism.
It's like, well, when we went to Disney World, we had to postpone. And
we were because of COVID.
But
Omicron.
We only postponed like a month.
Yeah.
But that was hard because we had to tell the kids. Yeah. And they handled it so great. Like no one threw a fit. Yeah. They were all so understanding, but they were bummed. And that was even closer, I think.
Yeah.
We were closer to going.
We had
to change flights.
Yeah.
We had to change flights for that.
That was a pain in the butt.
But Georgia was only 9 months old, and we were like, oh, we need to push this. And that was really hard. At least this one, we don't have flights or anything. It's just us. We don't have to disappoint the kids. But
and we may do a quick Disneyland trip. Anyways, at that time in August.
We won't be gone as long, but
maybe a couple days.
Maybe we can get a babysitter for a couple days instead of a week.
Yeah. So
Do something.
Do something. Even if we just go to like LA, but we just,
Why in the world would you go to LA if you're not going to Disneyland?
If we stay at the,
Can you tell my feelings about LA?
Yeah, we're not big LA fans.
I'm not a huge LA fan.
Go to the beach for a few days, and then we just pop up to Anaheim for a day. But
we'll see what happens. We're not 100% yet. I have not yet told our child care. I don't believe they listen to this, so they will not find out through this. But I have not yet told them that we're thinking this.
Yeah, that's sad.
Bummer.
So on good news.
There is no good news today.
There is good news.
Also, we decided this today, so this is new. This is new. So I still haven't processed.
A few hours ago.
Yeah, I haven't fully processed and accepted this news yet, and I'm still like now I'm on Instagram when all these Disney World things come up, and I'm like, and I know it's not canceling.
It's not canceling.
But
just pushing it back a few months.
Even little things like my Stitch Fix that arrived. I asked from the last time because I said I was going on a vacation and to like a beachy area. So all of the notes that are like for your vacation, I'm like, I'm not going on vacation.
You can wear it. You can wear it to Disneyland when we go.
Sorry, I didn't like anything she said.
So that works out. But anyways, you are repping a new brand, not a new brand.
Not a new. I am a new.
You are a new brand rep.
Yes.
Tell us about it.
Okay. Well, I am a brand rep for the summer for Moms with Magic Crowns.
Ooh.
So Haley, she makes these beautiful, these beautiful like flower ears.
Mm-hmm. Mickey ears
that light up. Yeah, so I've seen them, which I can talk about. I'll repeat myself. I've seen like different flower crowns for the last several years, and I was like, oh, those are pretty. I think they were like, oh, it must be an Etsy shop or something. But then we met Haley when we were there. She was part of the podcast Mics for Magic group for Splash Mountain. And she was just so sweet, and we were talking to her, and I was like, oh, and I had seen them on Instagram in our group chat.
Yeah.
And so then I was just looking right after we talked to her, I was looking at her site, and I immediately, when we were at Oga's, I think it was when we were at Oga's.
Yeah.
Right after we were talking to her at the parade, I ordered one, and I was like, oh my gosh, these are, and then we're wearing them also. They were wearing their crowns. But yeah, they're just beautiful. She has fun themes for either like different lands or rides or characters. And so she was looking for brand reps for the summer. And so I applied, and yeah. So it's if you follow us on Instagram, you'll see me talking about it. And there's a highlight. I made a highlight bubble.
Okay.
So you can, see I have a code.
You have a code.
I've got a code.
You are a real influencer now. You have your own code.
Ugh. Don't call me that. But yes, I do have a code.
What's the code?
It's Dreaming of Disney.
One word.
All one word.
Mm-hmm. What's it get you?
You can save 10%.
Nice.
Off the crowns. So yeah. And she does new drops. I think she has ones every Friday, right?
Okay.
So there was pre-sale this last week. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I can't wait to get it. The Nile Princess.
The Nile Princess.
Oh my gosh. So it's themed after Jungle Cruise. Is beautiful. And then Plaza Inn. And then she has another, a new one, Ohana. No. That was the mystery one a couple weeks ago. You're Welcome. It's called You're Welcome.
Oh, okay.
It's dropping next Friday. And I'll post a picture of that. And then we are going to have her and her best friend Bethany. So they have Moms with Magic is their Instagram.
Yes.
And then they each have their own. So Haley has Moms with Magic Crowns. And then Bethany has Moms with Magic Plans. And she is a Disney travel agent. She works with concierge. Concierge. And so we're having them on next week.
Yes.
So I'm excited to talk to them about their shops and them. And they're so sweet. We, if you follow us on Instagram or if you listen to our episode about Splash Mountain, we hung out with them more in the evening.
Yeah.
We had done our last ride and they were coming to do their last ride on Splash Mountain, and we got, some video of them going down, and then just kind of hung out with them as we walked out. And, and then I was like, man, I'm bummed we didn't hang out with them longer during the day. Like, they were so fun. And, so I'm excited to have them on, and I'm excited about, sharing more about her product, because they're beautiful. She does such a good job.
They're
like,
awesome.
I haven't had a chance to wear them in the park yet, and I'm very excited. By the time we go, I will have 3. And good thing we're going now for 3 days, because I'm like, I'm going to have to switch. I'm going to have to switch through the day, because I want to wear them all. They light up.
Yeah.
And they're just so pretty.
They are comfortable.
They're very comfortable.
I have worn them, and they are comfortable. And not that I will wear them, but I was like, I wonder what all the hype's all about. And they are. They're
It's
very nice
comfortable.
for being handmade. They're very well made.
Very well made. Like they're so nice.
That's another thing.
They're high quality.
They're
handmade.
She makes them by hand.
Yeah.
Each one.
Yeah. So,
Really good
and I
job.
will say, like, if you guys follow us on Instagram, you'll see a lot of our pictures or stories or whatever. I wear my Small World ones a lot. They're my favorite ones. I have several. Like, I have just classic mini. I have some Aurora ones. I have my Small World ones. I have 60th ones. I have 100 celebration years. My Small World ones have always been my favorite, but they hurt my head.
Yeah.
These do not. They are so comfortable. Those are all ones that I bought, at the park. But yeah. So anyways, if you follow us Instagram at dreaming.of.disney.podcast, you can see pictures. If you don't remember, you can go to the highlight bubble and you'll see what my code is to save you 10%.
Yeah.
So
Cool.
yeah.
Awesome.
Awesome.
Possum.
Well, that's it for our chat.
Yeah. I hope you enjoyed that.
Totally
Randomness.
random. And this is probably a longer episode than when we play a game, because we can just talk forever.
That's true. We're at, almost an hour.
Yeah.
So
We could keep going.
we could, but that's no fun for you. But yeah, follow us on Instagram.
Yeah.
dreaming.of.disney.podcast. Leave us a comment. Follow us. Also, if you like what you listen to, leave us a review on Apple Podcasts, or hit the 5 stars on Spotify.
It would mean the world.
I was going to say that too.
No way.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. We're like Anna and
Hans?
Hans.
Which one's on and which are you Hans?
Of course I'm Hans.
So you want to be Hans?
No, I don't want to be Hans, but it's just because
Hans tricks Anna. He doesn't love her. What are you trying to tell me here on the podcast?
The song. It's just the song, because
It is a great song.
It's just the song, not anything that happens after the song, because he's
Or before.
wicked and
He goes there with an evil plan.
Yeah.
He's bad all the way around.
I just play the Hans part in the song. That's what I'm saying.
It's a great song.
Yeah.
Remember when Jack used to sing it with me, our oldest?
Yeah.
He was like 3.5 and he would 4 and he would sing it with me.
Yeah.
He would never ever do that now.
No, he wouldn't.
I mean, he's basically almost
He's almost 13.
He's almost 13, but
Oh, good times.
he used to sing it with me.
Yeah, he did.
I have to hold on to those things, those memories.
So we appreciate you listening. And
if you don't remember what you're listening to, because this has been so random, this is the Dreaming of Disney podcast.
This is the Dreaming of Disney podcast. We appreciate you listening, and we will talk to you later.
Bye.